Well, this was fun. Hey, y'all. APG Jamie here. It today brings us hashtag Same Six Wednesday, round 5. And this month we have some lovely items from Maria's Miscellany. And may I say once again, what a fun collaborative hop it's been, y'all. We've got some more coming up. Let's check my list. So back in August, we used my stuff. In September, we used Barbara's stuff. October was Beth's stuff. And I've already said November is Maria's. December's going to bring us Tanya's. January will bring us Lisa's. And in February, we will have a flip-flop and our how-to of whatever our specific projects are. So, anyway, now we've got our blank page. You've seen me flip through the wonderful items that we got from Maria. And this particular page is a paper bag. And I thought, well, we're going to keep the pocket because, it's a pocket. So, it's kind of, flimsy. So, I got a piece of craft cardstock, and we're going to, or we already did, cut that to size, more or less, and we will adhere it in there with some glue. So, that's what we're doing. When you're doing stuff on an already made journal, you sometimes got to work around some things, okay? So I've got it all glued up in there, and I'm going to slide this in, and it will reach a point where it just doesn't slide anymore, and I'm like, well, okay, I guess that's as far as it's going to go then. And I just stick my hand in there to make sure I didn't glue the pocket shut, because what good is a pocket if you can't stick anything in it, right? You know what I'm talking about. Girl clothes don't come with pockets. Not very often anyway. So with this beautiful piece of wallpaper. I like it. And we're going to trim that down. We're going to use that as a mat, aka a background piece. So we're trimming it all up. The video has been put into hyperspeed. Because, faster. Yeah, faster. Oh, goodness. I feel like I'm at a loss for words today. What? That never happens. Does it? Anyway. Okay. So what are we going to do now? I was probably thinking, do I really want to glue the whole thing down, or do I want to keep this as a pocket too? Because, I have pocket issues. Yeah. Even if you don't put anything in it, it can still be useful for a pocket, So, gluing the whole thing down. We got a nice big pocket there. My little journal's getting a little too skinny of a spine on it, I can tell you that. So from the white paper, which felt sort of like a handmade piece of paper, I went and made a die cut, and now I'm trying to figure out where I want it. I probably had an original idea of where I wanted it, but then I'm like, well, let's just audition it and try it on and see what we think. And I really like it just like that. Nice and plain. And then we change it. We change it. And I also have an unbranded die. That is a real bird. I believe I don't know, y'all. It's a jungle-ish bird, maybe. Anyway. Love the die. It is unbranded. I've had it for fuzzy fur, many years, y'all. Many years? Yeah, a few. Anyway, I really liked it in the white because it just showed up so well. And I thought, no, let's colorize this thing, okay? So we got out our embossing powders. And it's pretty much, I think, the same colors that I've used before in the journal. I don't know for sure. And we've got an embossing, a Ranger embossing pen. It's got the embossing ink in it, y'all. So I'm drawing on the ink where I want whatever color, and with tippy tap, and probably could have sped this part way up some more. So you will see me making marks, sprinkling on some embossing powder. I could have just sprinkled it on there. I didn't have to use my fingers to, do it. I don't know what I was thinking. Heat gun, y'all. There'd be a lot of heat gun in this portion of the video with the heat embossing with the heat gun, y'all. And let's see, we've got, I don't know what colors they are. One's an orange-ish, one's a sky blue-ish, and then we got a gold. I think that might be all of them. Oh, no, I think we got the pearl white. Oh, it's luscious. If that's the one we're using, I don't remember. It's been over a weekend, y'all. Just saying. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, that particular part of the bird's tail feathers is very thin. And I'm wishing I had layered two pieces together because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so thin. And then how do I heat it up without blowing it all over town? And got to get out some fancy tweezer action and then hold it down because it just, those little tail feathers just, I don't know how these birds can balance. Well, I don't even know how birds can fly. I know it's all scientifical and all that, but I'm no bird. I may be a chick, but I'm no bird. Okay, maybe I'm an old hen, but whatever. And I decided, well, gold beak, y'all. I know, you're thinking, oh, that bird is just, But see, I could have just cut this part out. I could have been like, nope, not going to use it. Just going to cut out another one, make just plain old white one. But we didn't. We're showing you everything. Well, except some of the redundant stuff, that I cut out. So, most of it's actually just sped up. She says as she crawfishes all over town. Oh, there's that pearl white one, y'all. I think it's called pearl. I don't know. It's fancy, though. It's pretty. Hopefully you will be able to see more butter in the photo montage coming up in about 45 minutes. No, it's not a 45-minute video, y'all. I don't think it's even 30 minutes. Maybe not. I don't think so. Anyway, I know I'm showing you all the heat embossing with the heat gun, y'all. It's the magic of embossing powder. It just, it goes from dull to like shiny and it's very cloisonné, which is some kind of a heat painting with enamels and stuff like that. It was one of those things my mother learned when she studied in Paris during the war. A long time ago. I think it was it during the war or after the war? I don't know. Anyway, he got some more, y'all. So now I thought, well, let's just go ahead and sprinkle some of that on our die cut. So we got some gold. Okay. Go draw on some of the pen. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I am. But then you saw I kind of cleaned off the end of the pen there a little bit. And this is the white, the pearly white. And I can't put that back in the white jar, I don't think, because now it's got a little bit of gold in it. I try not to mix them in the original jar. I have, little leftover jars. Tim Holtz calls them party jars. He tosses all his, but He's not as frugal as I am. He may be frugal, but not quite as frugal as I am. I don't think. Anyway, so see, I'm putting that in the lid because I don't want to put it in a jar, but I need just a little bit more. I think I do that like 5 dozen times. Well, maybe not that much, but you know, embossing powder grows. You use it and it's like, wait, I didn't even use any. But eventually your jar will get empty. It just takes a minute. Hey, can y'all? And I'm like, yeah, I like that. I think I want to put some more. Put some of that back on there. Here comes some more, y'all. Oh, pretty. Need just a little bitty, tiny bit right there. It looks distressed now. And this is some foundry wax, and that is the silver flower looking medallion. It's a metal, it's some kind of aluminum, but it's not tape, y'all. I'm not sure what it is. Maria, I'm sure you know what it is. And I thought, well, let's make it gold, because I die cut it into a smaller flower. And the one layer wasn't quite enough, so I don't know. I'll put some more on there. And that stuff you got. What I have right there is a tiny puddle, a small puddle of alcohol, the isopropyl 90% alcohol, and it just keeps that for as long as I don't heat it up on that brush. The brush will be fine. I can smoosh off the foundry wax there. But once you hit it with a heat gun, it's like permanent metal, y'all. And that is just a really crappy little kid's paintbrush. It came in, excuse me, something, I don't know what, but you know. Anyway, works for that. So we've got our little on the edge die piece glued on. And I thought, oh, verse is too flimsy, so I went and die cut some heavy black cardstock scrap. It's some scrap I have over there, y'all. Keep them little scraps. You gotta keep it all. Gotta be frugal. We're just gonna glue it on there, and it's okay that some of the black shows like that. It looks kind of more like a shadow of a bird. And we're gonna glue that bird on there. Okay. Okay. And sticking it down. And also, we're going to use, what did I use? Glossy accents for the little metal flower right there. Oh, no, we've got our little eyelets, our little triangle eyelets that we got from Maria, too. And I thought, well, let's put one of those in the middle of the flower. So I fiddle around. And I finally get it in there and smoosh it. It's smooshed pretty good, y'all. I have 2 more. 2 more eyelets. And hurry up. Glossy accents. That's what I thought. I thought so. There is a list of ingredients in the description below, along with the links to my fellow artists of the same 6 Wednesday round 5, y'all. Please drop by and have a look-see at what they did with the same 6 items from Maria, including Maria herself. God. And this is a postcard, and when I folded it, because I thought, well, we'll just make a little booklet out of it, it cracked, and I was sad. I'm like, oh. But we put some washi on it. And I use glue with the washi because washi's not a permanent tape. If you've heard me say that once, you've heard me say it 20 times. Or is that 1,000? I don't know. So we've got this beautiful piece of beaded netting. And you saw at the very beginning, I used fray check on it because when you have things like that are sewn onto a fabric or whatever, netting in this case, when you cut through the thread, the beads or whatever it's on there will start falling off. Okay, so I went over the whole thing, over all the threaded parts and the beaded parts with fray check on the back, left it to dry, and it's good and dry. So now I'm gluing it on the outside or the back side of the postcard. Okay, and I know it doesn't quite cover, but that's okay. It's all right. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Okay, it's okay. Seriously. And we use Fabrifix for that, and I'm smooshing it down. Excuse me. And then once it got good and dry, we're going to trim off the excess. I'm not worried about those beads coming off of either piece because I used the fray check on there. You can also use just regular glue. Guys, as long as it dries clear, it'll be okay. Typically. Pretty much. Gosh. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why my camera every once in a while decides to do that blurry thing. Well, I guess I should know why. Because the beads, it doesn't know what to focus on. Even though I don't have autofocus on, it's still like, oh, I need to focus. I can't focus. What do I focus on? It's so shiny. There's so much texture going on. I don't know where to look. Anyway, we've got a piece of the scrap wallpaper. And I put some gesso on there with my finger. I could have used a brush. Don't know why I used my finger, just because I did. And now we're going to ink on it. Put some ink on it with that there handy dandy Jones Smithies stencil from istencils.com. And let's see. Oh, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope y'all. Please be sure to go by and visit all my friends. Give them a like, a share, a kind comment. Subscribe to their channels if you're not already subscribed, because we all like that. Yes, we do. And this particular stencil has various flowers. They could be mandalas if you want them to be. And we're just inking over them with archival ink. And I'm basically trying to use similar colors as to what dadgummit, y'all. I'm sorry. In the wallpaper on the other side. So we've got some Venetian orange. We got purple. And did I use sepia? Probably might have would have used sepia. I don't know now. It's in the description. It's been over weekend, y'all. So this is a piece of that white handmade feeling paper. We have a little bit of that left. And I thought, well, we're just going to stick that in there. Because this is like a little notebook too. I mean, you know, just noting all over the place. Well, some's got to go in the pocket, right? So we're going to use another one of our triangle shaped eyelets. Put a little hole, and I'm not knowing what the pretty side on the inside. I don't know. But I did. That's what I wanted. So we smoosh it down. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. Turn it. I didn't smoosh it quite all the way, but I will in a minute. And it was like, well, you know, it didn't do me good to put it the way I wanted it. Twisted the way it wanted to. So now we're putting some diamonds. The bird's going to get a black diamond eye, and the flower center is getting a blue one that goes with sort of more or less some of the feather color there on the bird. Put a little white highlight on the eye. I think I've rubbed that off later. We'll have to wait and see. This sentiment. Oh no, yeah, sentiment. Date stamp. Get my story straight, people. Golly, gee whiz. So, stamping it, trying to get it on there straight without too many extra lines of ink. Got rid of the little excess. Then we're going to glue it on. And there it goes. Left it the plain white. Because I did. Oh, flip-flop time, y'all. Flip-flop. Ta-da. See? Bring it up closer. Wiggle it around so you can see the little diamonds. Oh, pull the stuff out of the pocket. That's some of that previously dyed cheesecloth table runner stuff, and I put that on the inside. Now, and you will see in the photo montage that my camera couldn't quite focus very well on that stuff either, so just saying. And by camera I meant my telephone. AKA mobile cellular device. Look at that. Ta-da! Photo montage. Y'all, what a fun page. Makes me happy. It's very touchable. Well, for me it's touchable. You can't touch it. You know, that would be weird. Anyway, how pretty. Oh, it's so pretty, y'all. I don't know how well it's coming over on the screen, but it's not. And that's such a wintry postcard. Did y'all see that? I love it. Makes me happy. Good stuff, Maria. We all appreciate each and every one of you. Your kind comments, your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. I would like to recommend that you play with some of the same stuff with your friends. See, blurry. Oh, well. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.